Oh my God! Peppa lost in the storm. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house on the hill, there lived a pig family: Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig, Peppa, and her little brother George. They were happy and loved each other very much. One day, the weather began to change. The sky turned dark and strong winds started to blow. It was a storm, a big, scary one. Mummy Pig looked out the window. "Peppa, George," she said, "stay inside. It's not safe to go out." Peppa and George nodded, but they were a little sad. They loved playing outside in the puddles, especially after the rain. The storm grew stronger. The wind howled, and the rain poured like a waterfall. Suddenly, Peppa noticed her favorite teddy, Mr. Teddy, lying outside on the grass. "Oh no! Mr. Teddy!" Peppa cried. She opened the door and ran outside to get him before anyone could stop her. "Peppa, come back!" called Daddy Pig, running after her. But the wind was so loud, Peppa couldn't hear him. By the time Peppa picked up her teddy, the rain was coming down so hard that she couldn't see her house anymore. "Mummy? Daddy?" she called, but no one answered. The storm was too noisy. Peppa felt scared and very small. Back at the house, George started to cry. "Where's Peppa?" he asked. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig were very worried. Daddy Pig put on his raincoat and went out to look for her. Mummy Pig stayed with George, holding him close to keep him calm. Meanwhile, Peppa tried to find her way back. She remembered something Daddy Pig had told her before. "If you ever get lost, stay in one place so we can find you." Peppa looked for a big tree and sat underneath it, hugging Mr. Teddy tightly. "I'll wait here," she whispered, trying to be brave. The rain kept falling, and Peppa was cold and wet. She thought about George and how she wished she had listened to Mummy Pig. She promised herself that she would always listen to her parents in the future. After what felt like a long time, Peppa saw a light in the distance. "Peppa! Peppa!" It was Daddy Pig. He had a flashlight and was calling her name. "Daddy!" Peppa shouted, running to him. Daddy Pig picked her up and hugged her tightly. "I'm so glad I found you," he said. When they got home, Mummy Pig and George hugged Peppa too. "We were so worried," said Mummy Pig. "I'm sorry," Peppa said. "I shouldn't have gone outside without asking." "It's okay, Peppa. We're just glad you're safe," said Daddy Pig. After the storm passed, Peppa and her family talked about what happened. They learned important lessons. Always listen to grown-ups. Stay safe indoors during storms, and never go far without telling someone. From that day on, Peppa was more careful, and her family grew even closer, always looking out for each other. And so, the little pig family on the hill lived happily ever after, safe and sound. The end. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.